This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
Hi, this is Dr. Willie Jolley, and I want to welcome you to the new and improved Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways podcast. After many years of interviewing the best and brightest thought leaders around the world on my SiriusXM show, I am excited to now have those interviews available to people around the globe on this podcast. So many people would write us and say, I love what I've been hearing about your interviews with these great people. Where can I access them? I live in this country or that country, or I don't have access to that technology. How can I get the information? Well, I'm so excited now that we are able to offer the information and the interviews free on this podcast. So we want you to sit back and enjoy this message and let me know how you like them. And then do me a favor. If you like them, send a review, write a review and post it. And if you like it, hit like on here and share it and tell everybody you know about it, and then subscribe to this podcast so you'll get the alerts when we post a new interview episode. Thank you for listening and enjoy the Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways podcast.
Named one of the outstanding 5 speakers in the world. Inducted into the Speaker Hall of Fame. Award-winning singer. Best-selling author. And now, here's Willie Jolley.
And it's another great day. This is Dr. Willie Jolley, and I got a special guest for you today. The iconic author of many New York Times best-selling books and has been named as one of the greatest business authors in history. My guest is the one and only Harvey Mackay. That's right, Harvey Mackay. You're getting ready for a masterclass in business and success and in creating wealth. Well, you know, I have only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. It's forced upon me. I can't refuse it. I did not seek it. I did not choose it, but it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it, give account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but our eternities are wrapped up in it. So I'm grateful for this minute, this moment, this opportunity to be on with all of you. I want to thank you all, everyone who's listening, wherever you're listening, whether you're listening on the radio network, on the podcast, online, on video, whatever way you're getting this. I want to thank you for making this the #1 self-help show in America, as well as one of the top 5 downloaded podcasts globally. You have made it happen by doing a few things, tuning in, and then telling your friends and your family members and your coworkers to tune in. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I also want to thank Truist Bank for being a great partner. When you start with care, you build a different kind of bank, and that's exactly what Truist Bank has done, built a different kind of bank that focuses on serving customers with care. And so when you get a moment, go check out Truist. And then, you know, I take a moment at every show to take a moment to give God some glory, to thank him for life and strength and health. Life is a precious, precious, fragile item. And so that is why I'm grateful for every day. every single solitary day. And then to have successes with books and speaking and radio. It's God's grace that helped me to have the opportunity. Now, my job is to work. Faith without works is dead. So God's grace and my work, he did the grace and he opens the door. And when he opened the door, I run through. So we give God glory and I thank him for every day. And I say to you every week, God's gift to you is life. Your gift to God is what you do with it. So do something extraordinary with your life. Well, today I am so excited. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited because I've got one of my buddies on today. He is an icon in business. His name is Harvey Mackay. He is the chairman of the Mackay Mitchell Envelope Company, a business he founded in Minneapolis in 1960. The company employs 400 people and manufactures 25 million envelopes every day with annual sales over $100 million. Harvey tells me he loves the envelope industry because you can only use an envelope once and then you must come back and order more. Praise the Lord. That's right. Harvey is the author of Swim with the Sharks Without Being Eaten Alive, which was on the New York Times bestseller list for 54 weeks and rated the number one business book in the United States for the year of 1988. In 1990, his next book, Beware the Naked Man Who Offers You His Shirt, became his second New York Times number one bestseller. Both Swim with the Sharks and Beware the Naked Man were recently listed by the New York Times among the top 15 inspirational books of all time. That's amazing. He has 2 in the top 15 of all time. He has written 8 books, all national bestsellers. 3 of his books reached number 1, and his books have sold more than 10 million copies worldwide, have been translated in more than 50 languages and distributed in 80 countries. And his latest book is titled, You Haven't Hit Your Peak Yet. He is a graduate of the University of Minnesota and the Stanford University Graduate School of Business Executive Program. He is an avid runner, having run 10 marathons and a former number 1 ranked senior tennis player in the state of Minnesota. He is a nationally syndicated columnist. His weekly articles are distributed in 100 newspapers around the country with a circulation of over 10 million people. He is recently named among the top 30 thought leaders on leadership by the American Management Association, and others on that list have been Sir Richard Branson and Ken Blanchard. And that is why Fortune magazine referred to him as Mr. Make It Happen. He is my friend. One more thing. He is in the Speaker Hall of Fame, CPAE. I'm honored to be in that Hall of Fame with him. And he is one of the rarefied people who've been named one of the top 5 speakers in the world by the 175,000 members of Toastmasters. And again, I'm honored to be one of those as well. There are only 50 that were ever given that award, and then they cut it off. So I'm honored. There are others you might know, some of these other names who've been named at top 50. Colin Powell, Margaret Thatcher, General Schwarzkopf, Nelson Mandela, Les Brown. So I'm honored to be in that group with him. He is my friend, the one and only Harvey Mackay. Thank you, Harvey, for being on with me, my brother.
Well, Willie, thank you so much, really, for that kind introduction. I couldn't help but think, you know what happens, Willie, when you catch up with the Joneses?
What's that?
They refinance. and that's what I was thinking about our relationship. Every time I catch up with you, you refinance. I'll never catch you, but thanks again.
I'm trying to catch you. Let me say one more thing about Harvey, folks. He's almost 94 years old, and yet he's still making great things happen. That's why I love that title of it, the upcoming book, You Haven't Hit Your Peak Yet, because he's one who just keeps making bigger and greater achievements. Well, Harvey, I remember reading that you have a coach from almost everything in your life, and I want you to talk about that. Explain why you would have a coach for almost everything in your life.
Well, my philosophy, among many, is that practice makes perfect. No, that's not true. Perfect practice makes perfect. You have to have that one word. Practice something time and time again, And if you don't know what you're doing, all you're doing is perfecting an error. You've put a ceiling on how good you can become. So I have a number of coaches. I've had them over a period of a lifetime. I've got a speech coach. I've got a voice coach. I've got a marathon coach. I've got a social media coach. I've got a humor coach. On and on and on. I've got a language coach. I've studied Russian, Chinese, Japanese, and Arabic. I've got a golf coach, a tennis coach, a strength coach, a stretch coach. I've got a skiing coach, an AI coach, about 20 coaches.
Wow.
Now, why do I have all these coaches?
Yeah.
Because whatever my God-given talent is, whatever my God-given potential is, that's it. I can't do any better.
Right.
I'll have a special project. Doesn't matter what it is. Buying a car, buying a business, writing a book, making an acquisition. I want to do the very best I can do. So I get the best brains that I know, the best coach that I know, and therefore I know I'm doing the right thing. I'm practicing the right concept. So I absolutely work my guts out, get the best result I can. And guess what? That's it. I don't have to worry anymore.
Wow.
I can't humanly possibly do anything more than I've already done. And whatever that result is, that's it.
Right.
I don't worry, Willie. Worry kills.
Yes.
Worry is evil. And so my whole life, maybe that's got something to do with longevity, as the doctors say it does. Actually, it's number one, according to many doctors. But so I don't worry about a thing, done the best I can, and just do that my entire life. On many of the times that I did try, and I'm trying every single time.
Let's talk about your life a little bit. Your father sat you down and gave you some life lessons. I know he was your mentor. Please share with us a few of those incredible life lessons your dad taught you.
Well, yes, bring back great memories. He got a hold of me when I was 18 years of age. 18. And he said the following, almost verbatim, as if he said it just yesterday. He said, Harvey, he said, I want you to go buy a Rolodex, which I did, and you put in those cards every single person you meet, assuming you want to keep in touch with that person. Write a little bit about them on the back of the Rolodex card. And now here's the real key. Find a creative way, underline creative, to keep in touch.
Yes.
I want to repeat that. Find a creative way to keep in touch. And boy, have I done that since the age of 18. And right along with that, you know, the biggest room in the world that he's telling me is the room for improvement.
Right. Right.
And so once people in our audience knows that, that's really, really important, Willie, exceptionally important. Now, let me talk about the second thing, and I might come back and hit a little bit about why I have those lists. But I think the audience can get a feel of what I've done with that, and I'll explain it a little bit more, hopefully, even if you don't ask the question about it, what this means and how you apply this Rolodex principle. I'll give some specific examples. Just a quickie lesson. My father taught me so important. This age 18, 25% of my life will be donated to volunteerism. My dad spent 25% of his life, devoting it to volunteerism, helping other people get what they want.
Yes.
Now, let me just tell you how that works a little bit into this Rolodex file. You want to serve on a board of directors, and it can be art, it can be sports, it can be any kind of health fundraising, doesn't matter. Once you go on one of those boards, you want to go on the membership committee. Why is that?
Right.
Very simple. All right. You get to know the whole community. You get to know the whole community's wealth. You get to know what they can afford, what they can't afford. It builds your network. It builds your Rolodex. So that's one of the great reasons, everyone listening, try it.
Right.
You'll like it.
Yes.
Mickey, just do it. Just 14 days, maybe a month, and you'll see all the difference in your attitude. Your attitude determines your altitude.
Hold that thought, Harvey. We're going to take a quick break because I know you are known as Mr. Network Extraordinaire. You know everybody, you connect with everybody. We're going to talk more about how your network determines your net worth, and you have done that exceptionally well. This is Dr. Willie Jolley on the Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways show, and for sure, your best and the best is yet to come. We'll be right back.
Friendship is not about being convenient. It's about being committed and consistent. You can call on me when you need me. You can call on me. Call me. You can call on me.
I'm so excited about the response to my new book, Rich is Good, Wealthy is Better. So many have said that the book has had a profound impact on their thinking. I wrote the book to teach others what I have been taught over the last 20 years, interviewing billionaire after billionaire. And most of those billionaires started with nothing. I want to offer you some of the most powerful chapters in the book as a gift. Go to richisgood.wealthyisbetter.com to read the free chapters so you can get on with growing your wealth. Get the free chapters at richisgood.wealthyisbetter.com. Hey, this is Dr. Willie Jolley, and support for the Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways show and podcast comes from Truist Bank. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. When you become a homeowner, your future starts to feel different. That's power, knowing you could be creating generational wealth to pass down. Truist believes that a path to home ownership exists for you. I hear people say, well, I don't see how I could ever own a home. Truist has programs that could help you buy a home with a lower down payment than you might expect. And their professional guidance helps you build belief that home ownership is within reach. Connect with a Truist teammate to learn about options that are available to you. They will listen to your goals and follow through. Reach them by calling 855-562-1579. Do this for your family and your legacy. That number is 855-562-1579 or visit truist.com/homebuyer. That's truist.com/homebuyer. Certain programs and geographic restrictions may apply. Contact a loan officer for details. Truist Bank is an equal housing lender. And we're back. This is Dr. Willie Jolley on the Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways show and podcast around the country, around the world, wherever you are. I hope you're enjoying it. And I encourage everybody to go to winwithwillie.com, winwithwillie.com. That's my suite of sites where you can get access to all my sites, and you can get information on my brand new book that is blowing up called Rich is Good, Wealthy is Better, which is the combination of my 20 years here on Sirius XM and hosting this Wealthy Ways show where I've interviewed people like Harvey Mackay and Bill Marriott and David Rubenstein and one billionaire, multimillionaire after another, and the lessons I learned and I put in the book that is now helping people to grow their wealth. Go to winwithwillie.com or just go simply to Rich is Good, Wealthy is Better.com and get free access to some of the excerpts there, as well as you can order copies of the book. Well, my special guest is with a person they call Mr. Make It Happen. He is one of the icons in business, one of the icons in speaking, as well as one of the icons in writing best-selling business books. He is my friend, Harvey Mackay. Harvey, you were talking about the importance of your network and how it has something that your father taught you as a young man. Hey, develop that network. It will have an impact on your success. Talk more about that, please.
Well, that's right at the top of the list for sure. Might sound corny, might sound sophomoric, but that's what the name of the game is, networking, and being able to have other people set the table for you so you get a kind introduction and a running start. I wrote a book, Dig Your Well Before You're Thirsty. And then subtitle, The Only Networking Book You'll Ever Need.
Wow.
It's in 200 universities. And of course, I'm very, very proud of that. And what's so very important with the networking, Willie, is that I once said from the podium, and now I use it all the time, you can take all my money from me. You can take all my employees from me. You can take all my factories from me. But leave me my network, and I'll be back to where I was today in 3 years.
Wow.
3 years. I really believe that. So the networking, again, is almost everything. Just think about over a lifetime. You want to meet someone. You get to a customer, and you hope you can find one of his friends or know something about him or find out something about him. Back to the Mackay 66. Well, that network is just crucial, and therefore I've got an old saying, you can't get dealt in with a straight flush unless you're in the game. You got to be in the game.
You got to be in the game.
You got to see people. You got to talk to people. Sitting on an airplane, introduce yourself. Riding down on an elevator, introduce yourself. That's the name of the game.
That's the name of the game. And that's a teachable skill, isn't it, Harvey? It's teachable.
Yeah, you're not born as a networker. That's so important, Willie.
Right.
You're not born as a networker, without question. No, you can learn.
Yes.
You can learn virtually anything in the world you want to learn if you've got a good teacher, practice the right concepts. Back to what I said a few minutes ago.
Well, one of the things I always want to go back, and we talked not too far long ago, your dear friend Lou Holtz, who recently passed, was one of your best buddies. Am I right?
You sure are.
And he was Notre Dame, a world-renowned coach, but he also was a great speaker and a great friend to Harvey Mackay. Tell us just a little bit about your relationship, please.
Well, Lou was my closest friend for over 40 years. We were joined at the hip. We talked every other day. And of course, I learned so much from him. He's just truly an outstanding individual. And I might add, again, we called each other brother.
Yes.
He did pass away approximately 5 months ago. Funeral was at Notre Dame. I was a eulogist, and of course, very, very proud to be there with the family. A huge
Amen.
Family, a loving and caring person. And let me tell you another thing.
Yes.
There's a company called the Washington Speakers Bureau.
Yes.
They represent the best speakers in the world for 20 straight years. Not an exaggeration. For 20 straight years, those owners said Lou Holtz was the number one speaker on the planet, in the world, not in the United States only.
Amazing. I looked at some of the audios and videos of him speaking. He was down to earth. He was homesy, and yet he give you such incredible wisdom and information. Well, you talk about creativity. Why is creativity so important for business people? Because people have to be creative, but tell us more.
Well, there's no question. If you're not creative, you can forget about it. I mean, there's a lot of skills you have to be a success in business, which we're covering here.
Yes.
And let me just think. Let's just talk about. Okay, I love to hire creative people,
Right.
and I love to hire good people over a lifetime. But
Yes.
let me just show you what I would say is creativity. One example might be I was on Robert Redford's board of directors, board of trustees for about 13, 14 years. 1 year they had 6 new members come in, Sally Field, along with Glenn Close, Denzel Washington. What's an envelope maker from Minnesota really doing in that group?
Right.
But anyway, we went out to see a movie. And so it's about a 30-minute ride from where we are there in Utah. bingo, I get Sally Field.
Wow.
Remember. Well,
Yes.
got a 30-minute ride, got Sally Field right next to me. Wow. This is a big thrill. Her phone rings immediately, after about 5 minutes. It's her son back in LA. And guess what? He's not studying. And she's really going after him. How important it is. He has to study. You cannot watch Shaquille O'Neal for the Lakers.
Right.
He's a big Lakers fan. He was in high school at the time, and he played basketball. So I heard that conversation. She hangs up after 6, 7, 8 minutes, puts the phone in her purse. Harvey puts this in his brain bank. Don't want to forget it. Have to have a good memory in life.
Right.
And the next 2 days later, when I got home, what did I do? I called my friend in the memorabilia business, and he's got almost everything. Name any item there is. Sports, doesn't matter, especially sports. I said, do you have anything from Shaquille O'Neal? He said, I sure do. I've got a uniform. Really? I said, yeah, he's got a beautiful uniform. I said, well, okay, I want it. He's my friend. He ships it. But before he ships it to me, he sends it to Shaquille O'Neal. And he says, dear, I don't remember what the son's name was, dear Johnny, dear Jack, okay, be sure and do your homework. Exclamation point, Shaquille O'Neal. Now the kid went ballistic. He hangs it up in his room. Every single time Sally Field walks in that bedroom, she sees that uniform. She sees that compilation, which is a beautiful philosophical statement to study, right?
Right.
But Willie, who does she think of? She thinks of Harvey every time. And so I became great friends with her. So that would be creativity, just to give you a little idea.
Wow, folks, that was a masterclass of how you think creatively to make sure you're memorable. And that memorable opportunity gives you even greater access to do more business in the future. So that's a great one. Well, you have had some great negotiation strategies. Can you share a few of those?
Well, yes. Negotiations, of course, is really important. I mean, think about trying to live in this world without negotiations. So I've got a few philosophies that I've written about before, of course, and spoken from the podium, but boy, do they work. So I would say to every listener out there, please listen up. This might make you a lot of money. Number one thing I've learned in life on negotiations, that the single biggest tool in any negotiation is the ability to get up and walk away from the table without the deal.
Wow.
You won't believe, Willie, over a lifetime, how many times the phone's going to ring and you're going to get what you asked for or something close to it. Now, here's what's critical. You cannot kick the tires. If you're buying a house, example, and you walk in and you tell he or she, whoever the agent is, and the owner sometimes is there, that you don't like this or you don't like that, or the outside should have been, or this should have been done this way. Hey, never tell a mother her baby is ugly.
All right.
Never tell a mother her baby is like, this is their baby. It's the house. It's the business they're selling. You do not kick the tires. You look at that person as you're negotiating, and guess what? It's out of my price range. That's all. It's just out of my price range. And therefore, you have not alienated that buyer, which is so very, very important. I've written that say no until your tongue bleeds. And you have to know how to say no. Not an easy thing to do.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
To say no. So those are a couple negotiating tips that that you can work with. Don't ever forget them. Use them. They're practical. You will not lose the deal.
Okay, hold that thought. We're going to come right back after station identification. This is Dr. Willie Jolley on the Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways Show. And for sure, the best is yet to come. We'll be right back after this quick break for station identification. Hi, this is Dr. Willie Jolley, and I got an email from a gentleman in Australia who shared how he had been struggling in his business, and he bought some of my books and audios, and how it had a profound impact on his business, and he went from worst to first in his company. I shared with him how much I appreciated his note, but I told him those books, those audios, those videos were not just something that I just thought up one day and started to write. They were born out of my experiences, out of the challenges of overcoming the problems and the difficulties and how I was able to do it. And I shared with him that others have sent similar messages and that these resources work. I want to encourage you and invite you to go to my store. Go to wjspeaks.com/shop. wjspeaks.com/shop. Get some of the books. It only takes a minute to change your life. Or a setback is a setup for a comeback. Or turn setbacks into greenbacks. Or chicken soup for the soul. Or an attitude of excellence. Or the book I wrote with my wife after 34 years of being married and not having an argument in over 30 years. We wrote a book called Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last. And now it is saving marriages all over the globe. Go to the store. Get some of the audios, the videos, the books, the resources to help you have greater personal and professional success. This is Dr. Willie Jolley. Make this a great day on purpose. And we're back. This is Dr. Willie Jolley on the Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways Show and podcast around the country, around the world. And I'm so excited that my special guest today is the icon himself, the Mr. Make It Happen, New York Times bestselling author, Hall of Fame speaker, named one of the top 5 speakers in the world, and just one of the most incredible business minds I've ever met, my friend Harvey Mackay. Before we go back to Harvey, I'm going to do one quick shout out for our sponsor, Truist Bank. Truist has been a great partner. And if you're a longtime Wealthy Ways listener, you know I believe that mindset is the key to success. And so does Truist. That's why they created an incredible resource, Money and Mindset. It's full of tips to help you with your finances, your well-being. And then you can get articles there, quizzes, calculations, and podcasts, all for free for anyone, not just Truist customers, anyone. Check it out today at truist.com/money and mindset. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. My special guest is Harvey Mackay, my dear friend. Harvey, you know, one of the things I really love to do, and I've asked you, Harvey, you know, my listeners are really savvy and they're wonderful people. And I always like to ask my guests, got anything you can give them, anything good? And when I asked you that, you said, oh, I got something really good. You got an offer for them that I think is just incredible that you shared with me. I said, that is awesome. Tell us about that offer, please, Harvey.
Well, surely, you know, just a sidebar here. People go around all their life and they say, what should I buy?
Yes.
What should I sell? Wrong question. When should I buy? And when should I sell? And you just hit it. You hit it perfectly, of course, giving me this opportunity. Timing is everything.
Yes.
And I'm right in the middle. Just started. Been working on this for almost 2 years to launch an AI company.
Wow.
And it's been really exciting. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. Still have trouble spelling the word, but that's exactly what I wanted to be.
Yes.
And so therefore, yes, at my age, be 94 in a couple months, I just couldn't help but say, hey, it's my last hurrah. I've got to give it everything I can.
I'm so glad that you are willing to give my audience something. And you know what really struck me was one time you spoke at the National Speakers Association, 4,000 people, and you gave everybody a book. And that book was a life-changing book. I have an autographed signed copy of my book in my library. And now you want to give our listeners, my listeners, another great gift and that they've never seen before. Tell us a little bit about the
Well,
gift.
surely, it's at 94, almost 94. Not easy to start a business, but this is my last hurrah. I thought I'd give it all I've got, which I am.
Amen. And that's what you always do. You give all you got.
It's an AI company. It's a mentoring company. The Harvey Mackay Swim with the Sharks mentoring company.
Wow.
All right. And I think every listener out there.
You say the Harvey Mackay mentoring company on AI? Is that what you said?
That's what I've been doing for a year and a half, working on it. People go on all their life, Willie.
Yes.
And they say, what should I buy? What should I sell? You were spot on. Okay.
Yes.
It's not what should I buy. Okay. It's when should I buy and when should I sell? That's very, very important.
Absolutely.
So now I've got this new AI company ready to go. And let me give you a very succinct, brief description of it.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Through my speeches and through my books and through all the columns that I've written, 1,500. This company came in, one of the best in the world.
Yes.
Okay, with my partner also. And they took a look at everything I've written last 40 years.
Wow.
And they took it all back to their office, stayed there 3 full days, came back 2 weeks later and said, guess what? You've written 4,200,000 words. That's not a typo.
Wow.
4,200,000
words. Wow.
And we're going to take those words and organize them into all the different subjects you have talked about in the last 40 years. When we have compiled all that information and someone wants to be mentored on all that information, all you do is push a little button, boom, takes you 60 seconds to get on, and you're on for life. But let's say you want to know about something about negotiations.
Yes.
You ask a 4-part question and you didn't get the exact answer. You can have a conversation, Willie, 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes, back and forth. Wow. That's number one. Number two, it's transcribed. Every single thing I say, as long as you own this product, you get it transcribed.
Wow.
You've got a Notre Dame customer. All of a sudden they like Lou Holtz or something. You just punch it up there, pick up what you said on Lou Holtz, what I said on him for $1, 24 hours a day, around the clock, Willie. And if you don't like it, fine. That's it. If you have an interest in it, then you can pick it up monthly and drop whenever you want. But you must know this. Every month I give value added. I put more information, more gifts up there month by month by month. And if you hang out for 12 months, guess what? In those 12 months, you will receive the following. I started a company. Again, this is a round table now.
Yes.
This is 25, 30 people, 19 men, 11 women. Okay, didn't know who they were, but I mentored them for 10 days. 2 years, 5 days. Okay, we studied all these things: sales, marketing, hiring, firing, creativity, networking, time management, on and on and on. I gave them all, it's an MBA in the real world.
Right.
And for that, Willie, those 10 hours of learning for 3 days, okay, I charged them $150,000.
A piece.
Typo. 150,000
Each person. Wow.
And they wanted to do it a third year, and I just got too busy. I had to go back on the circuit. But my point is, all that $150,000, it was all transcribed. I mean, great speakers, the best in the world on all these different subjects that I talk about. Lou Holtz, Ken Blanchard, 1 Minute Manager, Stephen Covey, John Maxwell, number one on leadership. He's trained 25,000 CEOs in 100 countries on leadership. Number one on leadership. Larry King, communications. So anyone that wants to learn anything, it's again an MBA, and it's street smarts as well as an MBA, as you know. I like to emphasize they get that free, not even a
Wow.
buck. They get it
Wow.
totally free, 100% during those 12 months.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
so that's the program in a nutshell. I'm extraordinarily proud of it. It's just not another, okay, it's not another program that question answer. It's just not that. Period.
How do they access it?
Well, all they do is we'll give them a link, and I think you're going to be talking about that, sending something out, or do you want the link now?
Yeah, give me the link now, because these people are audio people, so they can go right on to the website and get.
I think you go to my website.
Go to harveymackay.com, or is it
Harvey
McKay.com?
Mackay. Yeah, thank you. Hey, Willie, I forgot to ask for the order. See, everybody makes mistakes. Yeah, it's the harveymackay.com. It'll tell you exactly the link to it. Press on the link. You're in for life. 14 free days, or a buck for the 14 days.
So let me make sure everybody understands this, folks. Harvey Mackay. Let me get real granular with everybody. Years ago, Harvey called me and said, Willie, I want you to speak for my mentoring group. It's a round table, and we're going to do it. And I want you to jump online and do a message for them. And I said, happy to do so, Harvey. And he said, by the way, some of these people are names that are celebrities that you would know, famous athletes, famous business people, and they're paying $150,000 each. And I'm bringing in some of my big swing friends like you and Nito and others. And I want you to do that. That's okay. No problem. And we did. And it was wonderful. And he took good care of me. Anyway, here's the thing, that $150,000 is now in an AI program where you can get mentored by Harvey via AI. And he's saying, try it for a buck. And if you try it for 14 days, you like it, great. If you don't like it, then you let it go. But if you like it, which you probably will, you're just a monthly subscription, and you can stop at any time. This is a wow offer. Oh my goodness. I've not heard anything quite like this, Harvey, because getting in your brain and getting access to your brain can help make people millionaires. So again, go to Harvey Mackay, and it's Mackay is spelled Mackay. Mackay.
Small K.
Call small K.
Right.
And so I want y'all to take full advantage of this opportunity, because you are going to be able to learn from somebody who has a heart to give people. As I said, he gave everybody a copy of his brand new best-selling book, all the attendees, and he stayed there for all day and signed books. He signed one book after another, and I was amazed at that. One more thing I'm amazed at, folks, and I want to say this publicly. Harvey is, as he said, almost 94. And yet he is still thinking about achieving. He's still thinking about growing another business. Now, he's got $100 million envelope business. He's got a profitable speaking business. He's written books that have sold 10 million copies, but he keeps going. I want you to be inspired by that, like I've been inspired, that this 94-year-old man is still grinding, is still working. He never gives up. He keeps making it happen. And one more thing, he talked about volunteerism. Do for others, help others, bless others. And as a result of what you bless others with, you will be blessed. So we're going to take another break, and we're going to come back with more. I got a whole bunch of questions I've been waiting to ask Harvey about sales and about how do you become take an envelope business and become a superstar in business across many vectors and many verticals. This guy is somebody I love talking to, because he always keeps it real. He's always focused, and he's always moving forward. This is Dr. Willie Jolley on the Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways show and podcast. And for sure, your best is still yet to come. We'll be right back.
Motivated, highly motivated, gonna take you to the top. Motivated, highly motivated, I'm never gonna stop. I had a job I really hated. It made me sick, but it got me motivated. I knew that this was not where I was meant to be. I didn't want to stay, but I was too afraid to leave. Then one day I got my check, there was almost nothing there. I went to the boss, he laughed and said he didn't care. My kids were at home hungry, I was about to lose my home. That's when I decided I had to make it on my own. Said I, gonna take it to the top. I said I'm never gonna stop. My friends said I was crazy when I told them all goodbye. But the only one who's crazy is the one who's afraid to try. They said I'd never make it, said I would not survive. But I knew I had to make it. It was either do or die.
Hey, this is Dr. Willie Jolley, here to thank Truist Bank for their sponsorship of the Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways show and podcast. Now, if you're a longtime Wealthy Ways listener, you know I believe that mindset is the key to success, and so does Truist. That's why they've created their incredible resource, Money and Mindset. It's full of tips to help you with your finances and help you with your well-being. You can get articles, quizzes, calculators, and hey, even more podcast information that will bless you, all for free and for anyone to use. Check it out today at truist.com/money and mindset. Truist.com/money and mindset. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care, and Truist Bank is a member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank. And we're back. This is Dr. Willie Jolley on the Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways show and podcast. I am so glad that you're listening. Make sure you continue to listen every Saturday at 4 o'clock Eastern on channel 141, and it re-airs Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern. And make sure you tell your friends to tune in, or you can just wait a week or so after the show is on XM, and it will be on my Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways podcast on all podcast platforms. Well, my special guest is the icon himself, my dear friend, named one of the top 5 speakers in the world, inducted in the Speaker Hall of Fame, and a perennial New York Times bestselling author. His books have been called of the 15 greatest self-help inspirational books of all time. He has 2 in that 15. Unbelievable. No one else has that. And now he has a new AI company that is just going to change the world. Harvey, you talk about sales. You're a salesman at heart, and even have envelope salesman on your business card. I've seen that business card. Why is sales so important? Harvey Mackay is my guest, folks. Harvey, why do you have sales so important?
Well, I have on my business card, Harvey Mackay, salesman. Envelope salesman.
Yes.
That's how much pride we put at McKay Mitchell Envelope Company to give the people that represent us out there in the marketplace. That's how important, I think, much important I think it is. And when I get in front of audiences, Willie, I can be in front of, thousands of people. There can be 50 to 100 careers out there.
Yes.
50 to 100 different industries. And I'll make the comment that every single one of you out in the audience is a salesperson. Whether you like it or not, you have to understand that. And then they want to know, well, why? Well, let's think about this. From the moment you get up in the morning, from the moment you go to bed, What are you doing all day? You're communicating,
Right.
you're negotiating,
Yes.
you're persuading, you're influencing, you're selling ideas. If that's not a salesperson, Willie, I don't know who or what is. And they all come around to agree with that. And when
What,
you're in business, guess what?
what's the
Sales makes
it's
up for a lot of mistakes.
well, what's the
That
secret to
is
selling? What's your
for sure.
secret? What's your secret to selling? I mean, you are so good at selling. What's your secret?
Well, I think I have to go back to your first question then, as I recall, maybe it was number two, about my father and what I learned from my father.
Yes.
Remember that Rolodex I said I'd be talking a little bit more about?
Yes.
But everyone that you meet all of your life, this is what he's telling me, age 18, and, heading the Associated Press in the Twin City area. But he's looking at this 18-year-old, everyone you meet again, to repeat, all right? That goes in your Rolodex file. I want you to look them in the eye, okay? And then let them know, all right, during that conversation, what you can do for them.
Mm.
How can you change their life?
Wow.
How can I help you?
Yes.
All right. How can I help you get what you want? And if you're doing that and thinking about it, and after you meet with them and after reviewing those Rolodex cards, my father taught you, and that is as follows. All right. That you have to have a deep down burning desire to help people. All right. You expect nothing. Repeat. You expect nothing in return.
Let me ask you for a moment before I go to my next question. Tell them what the Mackay 66 is.
Well, when I was 21 years old, got started in selling, I just decided I'm calling on 200 accounts. That's 200 buyers. My life is in their hands.
Right.
I'm on commission, of course, but I want to know about those people.
Right.
All right. And so I call this humanizing your selling strategy. Humanizing your selling strategy. I want to know every single thing about those people that I'm
Yes.
calling on. The buyers came up with 66 questions. What are they interested in? How many kids? What's the wife's name? What's the kids' names? How many jobs did they have before? Anything that I could find out about those people, talking to people, just having that network. Do you know so-and-so at Pillsbury, at General Mills, whatever. And that, again, propelled me. That's 66.
Yes.
One story of my life, I'm president, Chamber of Commerce, Minneapolis. Minnesota, we have a crisis. Minnesota Twins, Minnesota Vikings are leaving the state permanently. They want a new stadium. They can sometimes play, the Vikings have to play in 10 below weather, 40-mile-an-hour winds. Twins, 1 out of 2 days are bad weather. They want a dome stadium. They're leaving. Well, I became chairman of the stadium task force, and I had to go out and lobby 201 legislators. At first, I thought it'd take a year. Then I knew it'd be 2 years. Then I realized it'd be 4. It took 7 long, hard years.
Wow.
Years, most of the time, nothing seemed to go right. And how did I do it? How was I able to throw out the first pitch because we were successful? Another big thrill of my life. And that is, I had the 66. I went around all 201 legislators. And I wanted to find out, they didn't know how much I knew before I got in there.
Wow.
But I wanted to find out everything I could about them. Read the desk, read the walls, talk about the kids a little bit. Can't talk about business all the time. And so one at a time, again, repeat, 201 people, I sat down knowing what I had on the 66. 30 questions better than 20, 20 better than 15. You never get all 66.
Wow.
And we were successful, and we did get the vote.
That 66 is in one of your books. Which book is it in? Do you know?
Yeah, it's Swim with the Sharks Without Being Eaten Alive. It's probably the reason. Well, I should mention one other thing. Well, that's how I got published. I don't know if you.
Yeah, I want to know how you got that book published, because you weren't an author. You were a business guy. How did you get?
First time I was a businessman. That was it. Ken Blanchard wanted me to write a book. He said, I'll write the introduction, 1 Minute Manager.
Yep.
He since has written 80 books.
Right.
Ken Blanchard, 1 Minute Manager.
Right.
Phenomenal
I've
guy.
had him on the show here. Yes.
Wouldn't be talking to you without him. Great mentor. If you write, a businessman writes a business book,
Yes.
they will print only your first time unknown author. They will only print 10,000 hardcover books. 10,000. That's
Right.
it. But there's 5,000 bookstores in the United States. That's 2 books a store. You want to get a big number on the first printing instead of 10,000, so they'll have an investment in the book. So they'll
Right.
print more books, so you'll have them in more bookstores. So had 2 meetings with them, 3 people there, CEO, president, of the publishing company, and the sales manager, national sales manager. 30 minutes into the meeting, I asked for the order. I said, I would like you to print 100,000 hardcover copies, Swim with the Sharks. We're on the 37th floor. Sales manager told me to jump, basically. He said, Mr. Mackay, first time unknown author, we never print more than 10,000 hardcover copies. Thanks very much. I had come into their boardroom, brought in 2 huge briefcases.
Yes.
Pulled out 2 humongous Rolodex files, 6,500 names. Started to go through in Pillsbury, 25,000 employees, customer of ours, 40 years. Maybe they'll read the book, pass it around. 3M, Honeywell, on and on and on. All these Fortune 500. Maybe they'll read the book.
Yes.
Maybe they'll pass it around. Maybe it'll be a national bestseller. Have the next Rolodex. Do business in 7 countries, France, Germany, Spain. Maybe it'll be a international bestseller, which it was, of course.
Wow.
3 weeks, 3 meetings later, they printed 100,000 hardcover copies, Swim with the Sharks. And of course, the rest is history. Now, one last aside, if I may. I wanted to have one more fight with them, World War III. I said, I want to be the first author, money back guaranteed, first page, if you don't like this book. Fought for 3 weeks. I prevailed. They put it on page 1. Bingo, 5 million copies sold. First year.
Wow.
27 people asked for their money back, and 7 of them were my best friends.
He's my dear friend. Harvey, I want to just thank you for being on with me, man. I know your schedule is always busy. You're in multiple places, moving 1,000,000 miles an hour, and yet you found time to be on with me. Thank you, my dear friend.
Well, you're very, very kind. I really can't thank you enough. I've enjoyed it more than you have. To the audience, don't count the years. Make the years count. Thank you.
That's Harvey Mackay. And I don't need to end after that. That's it. He tells it just to the point. And so I'm so grateful for Harvey Mackay. Please, everybody, go to harveymackay.com and take advantage of his opportunities. I want to thank Harvey. I want to thank his team. And then I want to thank all the folks at Truist Bank for being my sponsor and staying connected with me and letting me be part of their company and they part of my organization. When you start with care, you really do build a different kind of bank, Truist Bank. And I want to thank you again for listening, for sharing this with everybody. Go to winwithwillie.com, winwithwillie.com. Get the new book, Rich is Good, Wealthy is Better. Get some of the free resources we have there. And then finally join us every Monday night at 9:00 Eastern for the Jolly Marriage Show. Dee and I have been married for 40 years, haven't had an argument in 38 years, and we tell people some of the secrets, and we'll tell you how we've done it. So every Monday night at A Jolly Marriage on Facebook, The Real Willie Jolley on Instagram, Willie Jolley on LinkedIn Live, and you can see the replays on the Jolly Marriage Show on YouTube. Thank you all for your time, for being part of our community, and remember, for sure, your best is still yet to come. Have a great week, folks. God bless you.
And everybody's life sometimes some rain's gonna fall. And everybody's house sometimes trouble will fall. But when trouble stops by, you can sit there and cry, or you can make up your mind you're gonna
hope you enjoyed this podcast episode, and I hope you got something of great value. And I hope that you were inspired, you were motivated, you were empowered, and you were encouraged to live your best life. I hope this information and this inspiration will help you to do more, be more, and to achieve more. That's the goal why I started this program, and I hope it helped you in a mighty way. Now, I ask you to make sure and that you take full advantage of all the resources that came through this program. I hope you go to wjspeaks.com/gift and get some of the free resources that we have there for you. I hope you go to wjspeaks.com/shop to get some of the books that we have created, that we've labored over to make sure that they will deliver a powerful message to you. I hope you go to williejolly.com/billionaire. williejolly.com/billionaire or wjspeaks.com/billionaire to get the box that it will inspire your whole family, or get the bag of books. Make this a great day, a great week, a great month, and remember, it is true that you are blessed and all things are possible for them that believe. So make the most of the belief that you have now in your future. This is Dr. Willie Jolley. Have a great day.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.